Ow.
Let's go.
Get comfortable, kiddo.
Alright. Let's go. My boobs are just like that.
Sure, that's good to go.
Are we live now?
Now we are on sales. I guess with that being the case, they can hear us just fine. You want this one or you want me to have it?
Go ahead.
Let's do it. Welcome back to Undisputed Productions. It's your homeboy Rock Reed, and today we've got not even a special guest, but we've got the other half to this fantastic little duo we have going on. We have to introduce you to the one, the only Miss Rosie herself, Miss Luna, many titles, but as we call her around these parts, the legit, undisputed Balsalini here.
What's up, you guys? This is my first time streaming on here. Actually, this isn't even my first time streaming, but actually on this channel. But like I said, I go by many names: Rosie, Luna, Yami. But you know, you guys can call me whatever. But Rosie's my official tag here. So today, actually, it is Christmas Day. But it's still, you know, other parts is probably, you know, Christmas Eve or whatever. But decided to get in a little streaming session in now and play some Mario Kart Double Dash. This is actually a good title to play, you know, on days like this. This is one of my favorite titles to play, or, you know, games like this during this time, like winter time or whatever. And I love this, you know, season or whatever. So I think this would be fun for us. And we're gonna be playing like 2-player or whatever. Sue's the actual champ, which is me, obviously. But anyway, yeah, I just want to get some Christmas Mario Kart Double Dash shit. I think that'd be fun or whatever. So, well, you ready?
I'm as ready as we'll ever be.
All right.
A couple things set up here.
What's the controller?
Got you right here. So.
Where's the blue one at?
I got that in the other room. I gotta go snatch it up.
Cool. So, how was everyone that, you know, whoever's tuning in to, or really this whole week has been hectic. Unfortunately, we have the loss of our beloved pet, Lexi for short, this Monday or whatever. So it's been kind of, the Christmas spirit has been shifting and kind of faded away after she passed or whatever. But, you know, let's just keep our spirits upward or whatever. And celebrating, you know, the Lord's Day. We decided to play some, you know, games to uplift our spirits or whatever and still carry on for her and still enjoy our Christmas season, even though it sucks because this is actually our, you know, it's our first Christmas Eve without her. Now it's our first Christmas without her. And, you know, if anyone knows what it's like to lose a pet, it's very hard. But still to, you know, carry on, you know, in her memory or whatever, and still try to be positive. You know, I'm going to try to look in a better picture, like, you know, her being in a better place or whatever. So, Lexi, you know, I hope you are having a good time in heaven and you're with our great grandmother or whatever. But I hope, you know, you don't forget us though. But I'm talking whatever. Why don't we play something? I don't want to get the chat or whatever, get this stream too mushy or too sad or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and while Rock is doing his thing, I'm gonna play a few tracks or whatever. So I didn't know we had a lot of these cards. I'm gonna try this one. I'm going to play Star Cup because I love Star Cup and it reminds me of Lexi. Because of Sherbert Land, and I love this. It's one of my favorite tracks in Mario. It's been forever since I played this. I'm more so used to the newer game, but bear with me. It's been forever since I played favorite Mario Kart games, honestly. But Double Dash has always gonna hold a special place in my heart too. This is one of my favorite tracks. It's definitely Sherbert Land because I don't know if I'm saying that right actually, so bear with me if I'm mispronouncing that. But this is one of my favorite tracks or courses because it's just one, I love winter. It's my favorite season. You know, it's a bitch to drive in, but it's one of my favorite seasons, and I love, I just love the snow. It's really cute, and I love the music too. Again, it reminds me of Lexi too. So, lots of stuff, you know, cute stuff, or these areas remind me of Lexi. I remember my brother and I, when we first played this game, we only had Lexi for like 2 years at this point. Shit. And, you know, she was just around for so many games that we got or whatever. Oh my god. But she was just around, and she was such a joy. I keep talking about her because, you know, this game reminds me of her so much, and I miss her so much, and I wish she was here to, you know, play this, or watch me play this game, because that's one thing she always did. She would watch us play games or just be around, and I miss her so much. So not used to this controls anymore. Let's see if we can get this game. It's been forever since I've been here.
Second place it ought to be forever.
But last race I didn't do so good on, but you know, I'm gonna try to come back or whatever. So, I feel like one of the things we talk about, this is Christmas. We should talk about, you know, our old Christmas stories.
Christmas stories, you said?
Yeah, like, of course, we gotta talk about 2004. It's Christmas.
Sounds fair enough to me. What you got for me, Jay?
Alright, well, okay, so, you know, Christmas is such a special time for us, you know. Even as we're adults or whatever, it's still like, you know, special little time. It's just a little more difficult this year because, you know, as I mentioned, the loss of our puppy a few few days ago.
Rest in power, Lexi.
Love you, Lex. But you know, this is actually years before we even 3 years before we got Lex or whatever.
3 years before.
But you know, just as a kid, you have the tradition of you know, days leading up to Christmas being so excited. Like I don't know, there's something particularly special about that year or whatever. Not to mention it's like one of our favorite years because that year we got like a lot of presents, a lot of good presents, whatever.
Well deserved.
Definitely. But you know, I remember I used to have this like Powerpuff Girls calendar, but it was like, you know, it was so old. Like I would say, 2000, 2001, I had a calendar and I was still trying to use it all the way up until like 2004. I remember I would psych myself out because I would count the days on, you know, till Christmas, and I would be like, it'll be the 23rd, and then all of a sudden I'll have it on the 25th. Be like, why isn't Christmas today or tomorrow? Doing stupid stuff like that. But
the mind of a champ.
Right, but like I said, this Christmas is special. Like I remember, like we were around our family because, you know, with us, like it was rare. Sometimes we'd be around our family more, so we had to spend it like at home. But this one's special. Like we were around our family or whatever. So like I remember like meeting up, like our parents taking my two brothers and I to the mall, and I got number one finally after that last horrible run.
Nice work, kid.
Want to tap in?
Hell yeah.
But I just remember playing, or you know, just being excited, and there was a lot of good games and stuff that came out that year as well, for, you know, around Christmas time or whatever. But I remember one of the things my brother, like he was definitely excited for was he wanted the Game Boy Advance SP or whatever. And I remember, I feel like that was like his probably number one thing to get that year or whatever.
That it was.
But not to mention that was the year, you know, like heavy on Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards or whatever. Like that same year, he got the dual disc for our birthday. And you know, it was so cool. But what sucked about that time though, the only thing that sucked was that
the damn thing broke.
It broke, and we got in trouble for it because I remember my mom was just like, it was just weird how it happened. Like all of a sudden, I remember my brother and I, we were both playing in his room, and I remember his monster truck. I remember he launched it. I'm not sure if that broke it. To this day, I don't even know how his door just snapped in half or whatever.
I don't remember seeing or hearing it.
Yeah, I remember all of a sudden we just looked like where his door disc was. I remember I think I told him like, bro, your door disc is broke or whatever. And I remember we went out and told our mom, and you know, we got in trouble. Like I said, we were grounded. We were actually being threatened that we wouldn't get any presents this year.
What are the odds?
And yeah, during that time period, like, and it was cool, but then it sucked too because it was, for some reason, we were just getting in trouble a lot. Like probably the next week, I was supposed to go over to my cousin's house, and because I didn't tell my mom I had like dirty pants in my room, I got in trouble for that. And I remember, you know, being at home, I was depressed because I wanted to go see my cousins or whatever. So I didn't get to go that round. But after like that time period, we were getting in trouble and all that. We you know, started to come. It just started to feel better. Like it was a better Christmas season or whatever. And I remember I eventually got to go over my cousin's house and, you know, see them. And I remember the parents were like downstairs, they were watching Bad Santa and all that. It was just something. But like fast forward to like Christmas Eve, I said like during the whole time period leading up to Christmas, we were shopping or whatever, and we had our older brother with us. But I remember particularly on Christmas Eve, like we were leaving the mall, we were on our way back home to our great grandmother's house, and you know, we stopped in before we all headed home. Or at least me and him headed home because our brother stayed with our great grandmother. But yeah, I remember we dropped before we left their house. Before we left her house, we you know, just seen our great grandmother, and our grandmother was there as well, and our auntie. I remember back in that year, remember the s'more maker.
The little s'mores making machine.
Yeah, that was released or whatever. So I remember, I didn't even think it was for us. I remember my grandmother was like, "What are you looking like? Don't look at that." I was like, "Why? It's not. I was like, I should be able to look at other people's presents, right?" So
you think?
Right.
Fuck!
So, you know, we just seen them and then we went home or whatever, you know. Our tradition in the house, you know, we eat, then we get, you know, bathe, and then just get our cookies and stuff ready for Santa or whatever. So, I remember right before we went to bed, my brother and mother, we all stood by the tree because we used to have these lights that played music. And I would miss those lights. I would love to get them replaced. But it was just cute. They play like, you know, certain Christmas songs.
I can't see shit. I could not see that whole track. Pass the mic.
But I remember, you know, the lights, and it would start out with a certain song. I really don't know what that song was called, but I just remember go like dun 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 dun. And like I said, we play other traditional Christmas songs like Jingle Bells or
Deck the Halls.
Right. And you know, it was just cute. So we stood by that, and then eventually I remember, like, this is like, I guess when Santa trackers were becoming popular. Like, because on Fox News 59, they play or show like, oh, Santa's in this area or whatever. Which is funny. Earlier I was looking. I was out with my mom or whatever, and Google has a Santa tracker. It said Santa was going to be here in Indiana in 7 hours.
Yeah.
I wonder if he passed us already. But
it's funny because even back in the day when we didn't have apps and stuff like that, there was still a little bit more effort. I know, not even a little bit, a hell of a lot more effort in trying to keep the spirit of Christmas alive.
Exactly.
Things done changed, man. They changed.
But you know, it was just something about that Christmas or whatever. So, yeah, for me, I was excited for was the Bratz pad. You know, and that was the year I officially, like, I always been a fan of the Bratz dolls. As like, you know, years was going by, like 2001 when they first released, I was like, who are these dolls? And like, I think in my first Bratz doll to like 2002, I think it was 2002, yeah.
2002.
My first birth, I had 3 dolls. I had Megan, Jade, my favorite, Yasmin. They were my first ever through Bratz dolls or whatever. But, well, I just, you know, if you're a Bratz fan, I feel like the breakout year, definitely, I feel like, for people who weren't too into Bratz, that what definitely got them into the Bratz was 2005, which was the Rock Angels line. I feel like that solidified their spot as just the top, like, doll. Like, I'm sorry, there was no other doll line that was competing with them. Not like that. Like, Barbie, of course, was still doing their thing. You had still like Polly Pockets and all the other, like, you know, dolls out there, but the Bratz just had it on lock. But either way, I'm going off track. But like I said, that year, like I said, the Bratz pad release was in 2004, and I had like a dollhouse, but it wasn't like the traditional dollhouse. Like, I never had
like that rinky-dink plastic one in grandma's apartment.
Right? Yeah, it was just different. It wasn't like, you know, a Barbie dream house or whatever. So I was dead sad. Like, my parents had to know I needed to get the Bratz pad or whatever. So,
you need something to drink? You need water?
Sure. So after that, or excuse me, I'm going off track, but I'm just thinking about it. Either way, I just knew I needed to have that. And also another thing that released that year was special to me was the Phoebe and Roxy, doll line or whatever. And Phoebe and Roxy was so cool because they were twins. And, you know, why I loved it, although, you know, he's a boy, I have a twin brother, even though, you know, Phoebe and Roxy are both girls. It was just still special that it was like a doll line kind of catered to me being, you know, a twin or whatever. So I remember I asked for that. It was just, as from, this is where I really started comprehending or knowing how to construct, I guess, a proper Christmas list, but all I do know is I definitely told my parents I needed Phoebe and Roxy. And well, I don't even know if I even said that, but I definitely the Bratz Pat was something that had to be out there. So, you know, you're excited. It's just the excitement of, you know, Christmas or whatever leading up to it. So then, you know, we got in bed because usually we slept in the same room when it was Christmas or whatever. So, you know, we went to bed or whatever, excited, butterflies in our stomach, like just anticipating like what's gonna be down there. And this feeling like you hear Santa. Like I was always that type of like, can I hear Santa down there? But thank you. So fast forward, like it's like 4:18 because I remember we had
never
this
forget
that time. Never forget that number. Never get that time. And I was the one that woke up. So I saw it was 4:18 a.m. and I'm just like, that's too early. We can't get up at this time. So of course, you know, my best bet, I'm like, okay, go back to bed or whatever. I'm laying there and waiting as time goes by, and then, you know, again, too excited, just like, I can't do this. So I'm just like, so I got Rocky up. I'm like, bro, get up, like, you know, it's 4.
So we're getting ready to open some presents.
Right, and at first it's like, you know, I'm just like, what do we do? Like, should I nod? And he's like, And then he's like, nah, let's go ahead, it's Christmas. So we just decide, nervous, but we decide let's go ahead and do it. So, you know, we're creeping downstairs being quiet because we still like, we were just ready to go open presents. But, excuse me, we didn't want to tell our parents that, you know, that we were up because I just feel like they were gonna, for one, it was too early. Like we knew it was too early, but even again, you're a kid, you're like, I can't wait that long. So we got up and we crept downstairs and we just like it was the way like how our stairs were. It's like we were in a hallway or whatever. We reached down. If you look to the left, it's the kitchen area. Then if you look to the right, it's like the living room / you know, the den area or whatever. Our presents were in the living room or whatever. So we look like, since we hit the corner, like on the wall, you see my Bratz pads over there and my Phoebe and Roxy, my other dolls, and my brother's stuff, like our clothes, and we had got this like basketball hoop, and he got some like cool Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Like he got the Battle City blimp, and then one thing I really liked that year that he had got the Slifer the Sky Dragon like figurine or whatever, and it's basically like
Slifer, the best Egyptian god card for all you who don't know.
Exactly. So it's basically like you attach it like piece by piece, and that thing. One thing about it, Slifer was like, he was spiky. He was so cool. But if you stepped on him, it was painful.
You were gonna be bleeding for days if you stepped on that sucker.
Exactly.
It's like a giant, long red porcupine.
Exactly. But it was just so cool, and it was just everything we got that year. And like games we got that year again. It's so many cool things we released around that year. Like we got Jak 3, and one of the best games of all time, in my opinion, GTA San Andreas, that release. We got that. Like it was so cool. So,
or remember to watch my San Andreas playthrough, folks.
Yeah. So, you know, it was so cool.
Shameless plug.
It was cool that we got that. So eventually, you know, we're like, one thing we noticed though, we didn't get like SPs. Well, I didn't think I was gonna get an SP because I didn't ask for one. But I noticed that Rocky didn't. But he was like, you know, this Christmas is already good. Like we got so many cool stuff or whatever. So fast forward, you know, like if I don't know if I'm sure all the families do this, but I just say black families, you know, you're at home, you enjoy your stuff, then eventually you get dressed, you put your new stuff on, then you head on over to your family's house. So we went over to our great grandmother's house or whatever, her apartment, because she had just moved she was in this previous apartment, then she moved into her new one that, you know, year or whatever. Like
she was in her previous one from like 97 to 04, summer 04, then she had switched up. So we were just now getting adjusted to her new place. Mind you, we were only like one when she had moved into her last townhouse, so we had got used to that one for so long.
Exactly. So it was weird. I'm going off track, but it was just weird. Like we weren't used to the new place or whatever. But it was cool. Like previously, we went over for Thanksgiving. That was our first time ever being at the new apartment. Then we went back over for before Christmas and then on Christmas. So like I said, we get dressed, put your new stuff on, then you head on over. And it was the place pretty much feel like every the main players, let's say, of our family was there. Like we had our uncles, we had our aunts and stuff, our cousins were there, our brother, our grandmother, and all that.
We're a rather big family, so yeah, that's an understatement as far as let's say uncles and aunts and stuff.
Like
it's a big, ginormous family. So
we were filled or whatever. So. It was just already, a good day just to, been with our family or whatever. And I remember my older brother, he gave each of us a gift card. So I remember because the night before we went to Target or whatever, we went to the mall and other places, and Target was one of them. And I saw these brat slippers I wanted, but I was mad at myself because I didn't tell my parents that I wanted them. But the next day when we went over to our great-grandmother's house, he gave me the slippers. And I was like, wow, it was just amazed me because I didn't tell anyone that I wanted them, but he got them. And I think what did he give you, Rocky?
He gave me a pair, well no, he just gave me one initially and I stole the other one. He gave me a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles katana, Leonardo, and it has sound effects and everything.
Right, then he gave you his Game Boy too.
Right, he gave me his old Game Boy Color.
And that's how we got, what was it, his gold version?
That's how we got Pokemon Gold.
So yeah, but anyway,
Pokemon Gold and Tiny Toons Adventures Bab's Big Brain.
Exactly. So, we got that. It was already cool. So then I remember our grandmother gave Rocky a box, or I don't know how did you get yours?
It was in a box, I believe.
So it's in a box. So basically, this is how we both got ours. But if you guys know, back in the day, I don't know if Macy's still does this, but our parents would when they got us clothes or whatever, they used to be in these boxes that you can get from Macy's or whatever, and you put your clothes in them or whatever. So that's how bro figured out he got his SP or whatever. I remember just being so happy and excited for him because I just felt like it was complete. I just felt like our Christmas was complete. And I remember my parents were they were telling me to come here or whatever. So that same box, I got another box. I was like, oh, they probably got me another outfit, which I didn't mind. I was really satisfied that Christmas. And I opened the box and I was like, it was some outfit set or whatever. But on top of that, I got my own SP, and with it they had, I think, the Lizzie McGuire game beside it, and I was just like, wow, so cool. So it was awesome because I wasn't expecting myself to get an SP either, but when I had got the SP, I was hooked. I knew forever I was going to be a girl that just liked gaming. It's Nintendo or PlayStation, because in this house, we're, of course, we mess with Sega, Sony, Nintendo, not really a Microsoft person, but not Xbox wise. But I feel like that solidified my place of being a major fan of Nintendo. And I remember it was starting to wind down, people were going home, and our dad had just appeared somewhere, and then eventually he showed up, and in his grocery bag, it was just it just lots of games, Game Boy Advance games or whatever. And I remember you were like, what? It was Tak was in there, if anybody remembers Tak. I had a Secret Agent Barbie. We got Fire Red. I remember I was just like, oh, Pokemon game, we finally got a Pokemon game.
I believe Fire Red came with my Game Boy.
Right, we just had, we had the Lizzie McGuire game. That game was fun. Even Rocky played it. It was just so cool.
I played the hell out of that Lizzie McGuire game.
It was fun.
Look, a lot of you youngsters will never know. A lot of you youngsters are some of the older folks who were too old at the time. Disney Channel, it was popping.
It was popping. Like I said, that Lizzie McGuire game was fun. Like I said, Tak, Yu-Gi-Oh!
So in other words, Disney, like I said, Lizzie McGuire had us covered as far as the Disney spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Tak 2 was perfect as far as Nickelodeon, but don't get me started as far as Cartoon Network.
So
I didn't get one. Unless you want to count Yu-Gi-Oh, then I got a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh games which work perfectly. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards, Destiny Board Travelers.
that became one of my favorite games. Destiny Board. At first, I was like, "This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! This doesn't play like Yu-Gi-Oh!" But then I learned how to play it. It's one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. Actually, I love Destiny Board.
It's more gimmicky than strategy, but still hella fun.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I really enjoyed about getting that Game Boy, okay, again, like I said, if you're gonna count Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, then yeah, there's your Cartoon Network. But speaking of Cartoon Network Cartoon Collection.
And what was cool about
Game
that?
Boy Advance videos, kids.
Exactly. So basically, with the one we had, it came with Billy and Mandy, Courage. What else?
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo, and of course, the boys and Mandy.
The best part of it.
My favorite, and I don't remember like names. I forgot the Johnny Bravo episode, but I remember Billy and Mandy was when Billy had his son that, Jeff the Spider or whatever.
Yep.
And that, watching that episode just would crack me up. And then for Courage is when I think he had that tree or whatever that Eustace wanted to cut down. Like I said, I don't remember the Johnny Bravo one, but the boys, I love this episode anyway. It was basically the no rules episode.
Stop.
Look. And so basically the episode where nobody was following the rules, though he was kind of, like having a panic about it. But it was cool one day. I remember it came on TV. We had lined our, the episode of while we was playing on TV in our, SP.
Boy, yeah.
But yeah, so we got that. We get to have two videos, which was the Cartoon Network one, and then we had the Yuki versus Joey, the last parts of that saga or whatever.
Yeah.
In Battle City. But and I remember just our cousin was just looking like, damn, they got hooked up because if I'm not mistaken, our cousin got the video now, which wasn't bad, but we all know what was popping that year. If you know, you know. First of all,
you had to get the Game Boys.
You had to
get them.
Because not only you could play games on that, but you can watch videos. Like, come on.
Select movies and TV shows. I mean, hey.
You can't beat it. Like, I remember even having getting a Destiny's Child CD, even though we had got that like months ahead, but like what my mom would do, she always gave me my own CD so I can have or whatever. But yeah, it's just something that was my favorite Christmas. I have other Christmas I like, but that one, it just stands out. Like, I feel like me and Rocky,
Christmas.
I feel like me and Rocky agree that's our best Christmas ever.
Amen.
2004 period. But yeah, well, I think Rock, I'm gonna let you step on up.
Let's see what we can accomplish here. No problem. Okay, let's see what we can do together. Grand Prix. We'll kick it with some 100 cc's. I'm feeling pretty lightweight today. Yeah, we'll hit it with the Super Mario Brothers. Flower cup. Gotcha. It feels good to have a guest. But yeah, hoping like hell everybody's having a wonderful Christmas, Nice little start to their Christmas. It's been a tough one. But you know what? Not to get too religious or anything like that, but God, He puts us in certain, predicaments because He's trying to test us. And what you want to do at the end of the day, you want to pass that test, He sure is testing me right now. I'm working for 4th place. Baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby. I want to go up that bridge. I did. Oh! Rolled in! I gotta redeem myself. I had that crappy race in a while back. Ah! I had a blue shell! No! Damn, you gotta take advantage of that. I mean, I couldn't, but still. But damn! And I went right for that banana. Come on, baby. Ooh, that was close. If I could just climb to the top 2, I think I might be good. Take that! Let's see what else we can do here. Damn! You know what? 3rd place wouldn't be bad if it would just let me. Sucker. Damn. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Mario, get you next time.
Let's just slide that way. Oh, Rosie let the seat down too far. Let's see if we can come out a little stronger than I'm exhausted. I was at work today. And this shit wasn't fun. I was there from like... We did a little breakfast thing. So I was there from like 7 to 12. And it was like... It was my off day. So I didn't have to be there. But I wound up showing up. Representing a little bit. And I didn't like it not one bit. Everybody was in a grinchy mood. So the spirit of Christmas is just lost on a lot of folks. Not on everybody, but it's lost on a lot of people. How to get that spirit back? I don't know, I guess I'm being too nostalgic about it. Might be able to do some of these fireballs. Damn. On. Sure, I gotta catch up. Hit that corner. Drift. We climb it back in the top 3. Shoot if they'll let me. Last lap. Not good. Got the grass. Damn! Ooh, if I can just climb to the top 2. Damn. Man. Damn, I wish I... Ugh. Oh, shizzle. Shizzle. Top 3 it is. We'll stick with it.
Mario, get you next time. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh yeah.
Okay. We're gonna head to first place. Otherwise, Yoshi and Birdo are gonna put us in the dust. Or excuse me, leave us in the dust. The Daisy Cruiser. One of my absolute best. Move fast. I can just come in first place and somehow get Yoshi and Bird Dude to be in like third or fourth. I mean, at my apex. Fuckers. Oh shoot, I'm sleepy. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Well, that can't be good. Oh, shit. I just fell asleep. Damn. Ah! Lord. Ugh. Oh, man. God. Oh. Wait, damn. Oh, man. Oh, shit, what's going on? The hell? The screen started flashing. Ugh, Lord have mercy on me. You guys, it's like the second or third time this shit's happened. The audio went out.